What's going on, everyone? So you know it's bad when Austin Rivers is the voice of reason in pertaining to LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers. So Austin Rivers made a post, and he said, when you watch USA basketball and realize the two most dynamic players thus far are two Laker players, you realize they're not far behind in competing for a chip. That window can't be closed, considering I'm watching them be the best on the best team in the world. And then he said thoughts, and he had a whole video behind it. But I mean, he's spot on, right? Anthony Davis and LeBron James have been the two best players for Team USA. I mean, LeBron James has saved them multiple times now, is out there basically doing everything for them, operating as the point guard. Anthony Davis has been the most impactful player on the defensive side of things, and his impact, as well as just rebounding and getting, buckets and just protecting the paint and pretty much the entirety of the floor in many cases. I mean, his switchability and just defense as a whole. And I've even talked about this and made videos diving into it is so blatantly obvious that these two are still the best duo in the world. You're talking about a team filled with the best players on every team, and yet the two guys that have been the best are LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And look, we need a trade. We absolutely could use, a solid move or two. And I've said before in the past that I don't think we're far, but ideally, like two or three quality, high-level rotation guys, Lakers are right there, right? I've always said, it's been DeMar DeRozan and it's been Klay Thompson and to me, it's if the Lakers could get a Jeremy Grant, I think that raises the ceiling tenfold. I think it makes us better, but I think we need a legit two, maybe three guys. But that doesn't mean that the Lakers are just completely cooked. Doesn't mean the Lakers have no shot. I mean, again, you look at the NBA, right, and you look at the teams in the Western Conference. Western Conference is stacked. It is tough. It's not an easy path whatsoever, right? But the Lakers are going to have a better coach. They're going to have all of their pieces back. They're going to have another year of chemistry. This is a team that went to the conference finals a year and a half ago at this point, or 2 years ago now, at this point, right? This is a team that, again, you don't look at them and go, man, this is a top 5 roster in the entire league. But no one would be shocked if they won a championship. No one would be shocked if they're in the NBA Finals next year, right? Because everyone's excuse me, would they have LeBron James and Anthony Davis? And it's as long as you have LeBron and AD, you have a chance. You have a very realistic chance of winning a championship, right? And they have shown time and time again, they don't need much to get there and win, right? The reason I want a trade more than anything is because I want to give them the best opportunity to be able to get that, and also to put themselves in a position to where it's clear cut that they definitely have, because obviously, let's say the Lakers have a 50-50 chance, right? However you rank it, just roll with me for a minute, right? So say it's a 50-50 chance. If you can even get that to 55%. Let's say a little small move. Let's say you find a way to unload Cam Reddish. You bring in a Tyus Jones or something, whatever, and it raises. You're okay, and then maybe you make a little small move, right? And it's for Dorian Finney-Smith or something. It's okay, well, if you can even uptick it 1%, 2%, 5%, whatever, right? You should do it, right? LeBron, I don't know how you watch Team USA and go, yeah, the Lakers, they have no shot. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they're washed. I don't know how, even if you hate the Lakers, I don't know how you watch them and go, yeah, they have no chance. I mean, again, they're the two best players on the best team in the world and have stood out and been dominant. And so to me, it's just if you can even give them a 1% increase, 10% increase. Obviously, can we get a like a Jeremy Grant, like a Walker Kessler or something, right? Something relatively realistic, right? Like, and it's like now you have these two guys that increase it to say 70%, right? Obviously, there's a lot. It's never going to be 100%. Probably never really going to even be 90%, right? Even like Boston, even though they won the championship last year, right? Like, there's no guarantee. Now, you got injuries, you got just certain matchups, you got, just things, a lot of luck at times, right? I mean, you get a shot to fall your way. This past series, right? Denver, Jamal Murray, he misses those game winners. It's a different series, right? They just got him to fall that time. Right? It's just, it happens. It's part of the game. You need the talent. You need the stars. You need the coaching. You need the health. You need the luck. You need the matchups. Right? Like, it's just the perfect sort of unraveling of the red carpet for you to get to that NBA championship. But as long as you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you have a chance. It's what I've always maintained. That's why when people are like, man, you have so much belief in this team. It's like, well, yeah, look at the guys that we have, and look, I've even said, I've made a video here on this channel about how I don't think it's the end of the world if the Lakers have to run it back. Do I look at them as the clear cut? Like, would I bet on them to win the championship or run through the West? No. But I think they have as good of a chance as anybody. Right? Like, there's no team in the Western Conference that is so good. There's no Kevin Durant on the Warriors where you're just like, yeah, no one's beating that team. Right? Yes, Oklahoma City arguably had the best offseason thus far, given that, like, they solved a lot of their needs. Right? They solved basically their two biggest needs. And yet, the Lakers still match up great against them. The pieces that they got don't change why the Lakers are a bad matchup for them. Dallas. Yeah, they got, Spencer Dinwiddie, and, they got Marshall, and they got Klay Thompson, right? Like, even then, it's like, okay, how much better does that make them? Right? Like, I mean, Klay, you can make an argument, isn't even necessarily a good fit given the offense that they run, right? But even if let's say Klay does even return to, some version of what he used to be, I still don't think that they're unbeatable. I still don't think that they're so good, man, Lakers have no shot. Denver got worse, right? The Clippers got worse. Sacramento's a team that's just kind of had our number. You can make a genuine argument that Sacramento got worse, right? Offense wasn't their problem. An isolation player wasn't their problem, right? Like, now I have people go, well, you wanted him on the Lakers, so why wouldn't he work on Sacramento? Because the Lakers needed somebody like him. Sacramento didn't. They had De'Aaron Fox, or they still do, have De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. Lakers don't have anybody like a DeMar DeRozan, right? But I still maintain that, like, hey, it might be an awkward fit. Like, the fit is questionable, right? Like, I still maintain that, like, hey, it's not like a seamless fit, right? Like, again, it's the right trade or two. The Lakers, I believe, are right there. But even if they don't pull off that trade, even if they don't make that move, or maybe it's not this awesome, maybe they make it at the trade deadline or something, right? Like, you never know. I'm always going to remain optimistic. I'm always going to remain hopeful. It's just how I am, right? And how I operate as a fan. Because a lot could change, and a lot could change quickly. And, there's a lot of time between now and October. And I know I say that a lot. I know people are, like, oh, the mantra and all that stuff, throw little jokes, but it's true. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen, right? And, I look at it right now, and it does. It's frustrating. I'm frustrated. I'm upset. I'm bothered. I'm watching LeBron James and Anthony Davis just dominate for Team USA, and it's like, man, if we could just get these guys, like, one or two more guys, and we're there. Like, let's go win a chip, right? Let's go tie Boston, and try to overtake Boston before LeBron retires, right? Like, it's just, there is that sense, right? And we've seen that they can win a championship. I mean, they probably go back-to-back if AD doesn't get hurt. Seriously, in the 2021 season, like, they're up 2-1 against Phoenix, right? Phoenix has zero answer for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis just totally dominated him, and LeBron's on one leg. Dennis Schroeder was never the same after COVID, and even like Andre Drummond had like a toe issue and all kinds. Like, and yet we're still up 2-1, looking like we're about to coast to a 3-1, and series is over at that point. And then AD goes down, and that was it. And then just like LeBron and everyone just didn't have the enough for them to carry it. And then it's like, then the Russell Westbrook thing happens, and all that, and everyone has a part to play in just that disaster. But I don't think the Lakers are far. I don't. I think Austin Rivers is right. I think they are, one legit solid piece away, or two like quality pieces away, right? If you could, to me, it's just about consistency. And look, if guys show up, the Lakers can win. Like, if Austin Reeves was better in those first, like, he didn't really show up till game 4, and at that point it was too late. Rui was non-existent, right? D'Lo was only good like 2 of the 5 games or whatever, right? Like, you look at that team, and it's like, if guys just can be more consistent, the Lakers win and beat Denver. And if they beat Denver, I think that they had a real shot to go to the NBA Finals. And I think they matched up to Boston great. I mean, they beat Boston twice last year, right? I know that they beat them off the top of my head. I know that they beat them once without LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I know that. So again, like, I liked how they matched up. I thought that they matched up well. I think that the Lakers would have given them a tougher series than Dallas did. Even if they did lose the series, I still think the Lakers would have given a tougher series. But again, I think the Lakers are right there. I just think that they have to get a piece. They really want to, like, okay, they're a legit contender. But I think even if they don't, I still like the chances. Right? Again, it's not something I would bet on. Right? Not going to be like, oh, they're best team in the league. But this is the same team that last year, even Laker haters were like, uh-oh. The Lakers have a lot of depth, a lot of talent, and they could win a championship this year. I mean, they were one of the favorites, right? I mean, they looked, I mean, they had their struggles, they had their inconsistencies, but they won the in-season tournament. They had one of the better records. It looked like they were going to finish, at worst, a top 3-4 seed. And then Darvin Ham just started doing all this crazy stuff, and we dropped 10 of the 13 games after the in-season tournament. And even with all that, even with the injuries, even with Darvin Ham and the handicap he gave us, right? Like, even with everything, we still finished with 47 wins, right? Like, if we were a 37-win team, I'd probably feel a little different. But we were right there given all of the obstacles, all of the hurdles we had to jump. And a lot of that's because of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I still have faith in them. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Agree with me? Agree with all my points? Do you disagree with me? Disagree with all my points? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.